Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have endless energy to keep their house clean, while you stare at the mess and simply can't find the strength to start? If you're watching this video, you've probably experienced those moments when the desire to clean seems to have completely disappeared and the guilt only grows with each passing day. Here's the truth no one tells you. A lack of desire to clean isn't laziness. It's a problem with a solution. In this video, I'll share with you 10 proven strategies that will completely transform your relationship with cleaning. You'll discover why your brain rejects the idea of cleaning, and more importantly, how to trick it into becoming almost automatic. What if I told you there's a simple technique that can get you cleaning in under 2 minutes, even when you don't feel like it? Or that there's a psychological secret used by professional organizers that can triple your motivation to keep your house in order? The information I'm about to share could be the difference between continuing to live in that cycle of clutter and guilt, or finally having your dream home without so much effort. Get ready, because some of these tips will challenge everything you thought you knew about cleaning and motivation. Tip 1. The 2-minute rule. The first strategy that will change your life is something I call the 2-minute rule. This technique is based on a simple principle. When you don't feel like cleaning, commit to just 2 minutes of activity. That's right, just 2 minutes. The secret lies in how our brain processes tasks. When we think about cleaning the entire house, our brain panics and activates what experts call the fight or flight response. That's why you feel that immediate resistance when you think about starting to clean. But when you commit to just 2 minutes, something magical happens. Your brain doesn't perceive it as a threat, so resistance drops dramatically. You might say to yourself, I'll just put these clothes away for 2 minutes, or I'll just wipe down the kitchen counter. The interesting thing is that most of the time, after those initial 2 minutes, you naturally keep cleaning. This happens because the hardest part of any task is getting started. Once you break the initial inertia, your brain enters what we call workflow. To apply this technique, always choose a very specific and small task. Instead of thinking, I'm going to clean the living room, think, I'm just going to move things off the couch. Instead of, I'm going to organize the closet, think, I'm just going to hang up 5 pieces of clothing. The beauty of this strategy is that it works even on your worst days. Even when you're exhausted or unmotivated, you can find the energy for 2 minutes of activity. And these small 2-minute bursts start to compound, creating a powerful momentum over time. Tip 2. The energizing music method. The second strategy that will revolutionize your relationship with cleaning is to use the power of music to hack your emotional state. Music has a direct effect on our brain, releasing dopamine and creating positive associations with activities we normally consider boring. Here's how it works. You'll create a special playlist just for cleaning. This playlist should contain songs that make you feel energized, happy, and motivated. It could be upbeat music, your favorite songs from your teenage years, or anything that makes you want to move. The trick is to always play this playlist before you start cleaning, not after. This is because you're conditioning your brain to associate these songs with the ideal mental state for cleaning. Over time, just listening to the first song on your playlist will automatically put you in the right mood. There's science behind it. When we listen to music we like, our brains release dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of pleasure and motivation. This means you literally feel more motivated when the music is playing. Additionally, music serves as a natural timer. A typical song lasts between 3 and 4 minutes, so you can use this as a gauge for your tasks. For example, I'll clean the sink for 2 songs, or I'll vacuum the carpet for 1 song. To further enhance this technique, create rituals around music. Whenever you put on your playlist, do some stretching or dance a little beforehand. This warms up your body and prepares your mind for the physical activity ahead. Music also has the power to make time more bearable. Tasks that normally seem to take forever fly by when you're listening to your favorite tunes. It's as if time is distracted along with you. Tip 3. The virtual companion technique. The third strategy may seem strange at first, but it's incredibly powerful. Creating a virtual companion for your cleaning sessions. This means pretending you're cleaning with someone, even when you're alone. Our brains have a natural need for social connection, and cleaning can be a very lonely and discouraging activity. When you create a virtual companion, you're satisfying this need for connection in a way that makes cleaning more enjoyable and motivating. You can choose anyone to be your virtual companion, a friend, a family member, a celebrity you admire, or even a fictional character. The important thing is that it's someone you find motivating and positive. While cleaning, you'll chat with this virtual companion as if they were actually there. You can comment on what you're doing, ask questions, or even compete in a friendly way. I bet I can clean this bookshelf before you finish that table. This technique works because it activates the same part of the brain that would be activated if you were actually with someone else. You feel less alone, more motivated, and even more responsible because you feel like you need to set a good example for your partner. To make this even more effective, you can create specific scenarios. For example, imagine you're teaching someone how to clean, explaining each step of the process. Or pretend you're competing on a TV show about tidying, narrating your actions as if you were a sports commentator. An interesting variation is to use real-life video calls with friends or family. Schedule a time to clean together, each in your own home, keeping the call open. This creates real accountability and makes the activity both social and fun. Hey, before we continue, if you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love hearing what city you're from. Now let's move on to the next tip that will surprise you. Tip 4. The immediate reward system. The fourth strategy is to create a reward system that kicks in immediately after each cleaning session. Our brains are wired to seek gratification, and when cleaning doesn't offer immediate rewards, we quickly lose motivation. The key is to choose small but meaningful rewards that you can enjoy right after cleaning. This could be taking a relaxing bath, watching an episode of your favorite show, eating something delicious, or simply sitting and appreciating the clean environment for a few minutes. The key is that the reward should be something you truly value and that is directly linked to the act of cleaning. If you always shower without cleaning, it won't work as a reward. But if you make a rule that you'll only watch your favorite show after cleaning, your brain will begin to associate cleaning with pleasure. To make this even more powerful, you can create different reward levels for different levels of cleaning. A quick 10-minute clean might earn you 15 minutes of social media time. A deeper, hour-long clean might earn you a special snack or a hot tub. It's important that rewards are proportional to effort. If you give the same reward for cleaning a table as for cleaning the entire house, your brain will stop valuing the system. Create a clear list of cleaning activities and their respective rewards. An advanced technique is to use early rewards. This means giving yourself the reward before cleaning, but with the understanding that you'll return it if you don't complete the task. For example, you might eat a sweet treat before cleaning, but if you don't clean, you'll have to do extra exercise the next day. The reward system also works best when you involve others. Tell a friend or family member about your cleaning goals and ask them to check in on you. Positive peer pressure can be a powerful motivator. Tip 5. The perfect environment strategy. The fifth strategy is to create the ideal environment for cleaning before you even begin. Often, we don't feel like cleaning because the environment itself is conspiring against us. When you create the right conditions, cleaning naturally becomes more appealing. First, take care of the lighting. Dark or poorly lit environments cause our brains to go into sleep mode, reducing our energy and motivation. Open all the curtains, turn on all the lights, and if possible, allow natural light into the room. Bright, clear light signals to our brains that it's time to be active and productive. Temperature is also crucial. Too hot environments make you feel sluggish and unmotivated, while too cold environments can be uncomfortable. Find a temperature that's slightly cool but comfortable. This will keep you alert and energized to move. Remove all distractions before you begin. Put your phone in another room or on airplane mode, turn off the television, and ask not to be interrupted. Every interruption breaks your focus and makes it much harder to regain motivation. Prepare all cleaning supplies before you begin. There's nothing more demotivating than starting to clean and realizing you need to search for products, cloths, or tools. Have everything on hand. Cleaning supplies, cloths, gloves, trash bags, and anything else you might need. Wear comfortable clothes that you don't mind getting dirty. Inappropriate clothing can be an unconscious excuse for not starting or stopping mid-task. Have a specific outfit for cleaning, something that signals to your brain that it's time to work. Create a preparation ritual. This could include doing a quick stretch, drinking a glass of water, or simply taking a few deep breaths. Rituals help create a mental transition between a restful state and an active state. Tip 6. The personal competition method. The sixth strategy is to turn cleaning into a personal competition, tapping into our natural instinct to excel. When you add elements of play and challenge to cleaning, it stops being a boring chore and becomes a stimulating activity. Start by creating time challenges. For example, see how many items you can put away in 5 minutes, or try to clean the entire bathroom in under 15 minutes. Use a timer and record your records. With each new session, try to beat your own time. You can also create quantity challenges. How many clothes can you fold and put away in 10 minutes? How many dishes can you wash in 5 minutes? How many objects can you organize in a drawer? Keep track of your records and celebrate when you beat them. An interesting variation is to create different competition categories. You can have records for different types of cleaning: quick cleaning, deep cleaning, organization, or even cleaning specific rooms. This keeps things interesting and provides multiple opportunities to excel. To make this even more engaging, create a scoring system. Assign different points to different types of tasks based on difficulty. Cleaning a desk might be worth 2 points, while organizing an entire closet might be worth 10 points. Keep a monthly scoreboard and always try to improve your score. You can also compete against past versions of yourself. Compare how long it took you to clean the kitchen this week versus last week. Or see if you can keep your house tidy for more days in a row than you did last month. If you're into technology, there are apps that can help gamify cleaning. But even without technology, a simple notebook where you write down your challenges and records can be very motivating. The important thing is to have concrete evidence of your progress. Tip 7. The positive visualization technique. The 7th strategy uses the power of visualization to create motivation. Before you even begin cleaning, our brains respond to mental images in much the same way they respond to real experiences, so you can use this to your advantage. Before beginning any cleaning session, take a few minutes and visualize in detail how you'll feel when you're finished. Imagine yourself looking at the clean, organized space, feeling a sense of satisfaction and pride. Visualize how relaxing it will be to be in that clean space. Go beyond visualizing the end result. Also, imagine how you will feel during the process. Visualize yourself moving with energy, feeling productive and capable. Imagine the feeling of progress with each completed task. The more vivid your visualization, the more powerful the effect. An advanced technique is to create what we call a visual anchor. This means choosing a specific object or area that, when clean, represents success to you. It could be your kitchen counter, your office desk, or any other location. Whenever you visualize, focus specifically on that area. You can also use visualization to overcome specific resistances. If you always avoid cleaning the bathroom, for example, spend a few minutes visualizing how satisfying it will be to see that bathroom sparkling. Visualize every detail: the spotless mirror, the clean sink, the gleaming toilet. To enhance your visualization even further, combine it with all your senses. Don't just see the clean environment, but also imagine the smell of cleanliness, the feel of smooth, organized surfaces, even the sound of your footsteps on a clean floor. Practice visualization at the same time and place every day. This could be right after waking up, before bed, or a few minutes before you start cleaning. Consistency helps train your brain to automatically respond to positive mental images. Tip 8. The partnership and responsibility system. The 8th strategy is to create a partnership system where you commit to another person about your cleaning goals. When we're accountable to someone, our motivation dramatically increases, even when our willpower is low. Find someone who also wants to improve their cleaning habits and set up a partnership. This could be a friend, family member, neighbor, or even someone you met online. The important thing is that there's someone you trust and are also committed to the process. Set clear, specific goals for each week. For example, this week I will thoroughly clean the kitchen on Tuesday and Friday, or I will organize a different closet every 3 days. Share these goals with each other and schedule a time to check in on progress. An effective way to do this is through photos. Take before and after photos of the areas you've cleaned and share them with each other. This creates visual evidence of progress and adds a powerful element of accountability. You can also create simultaneous cleaning sessions. Schedule a time to clean at the same time, each in your own home, keeping in touch via text or phone call. This creates the feeling that you're working together, even if you're in different places. To make it more interesting, create small, friendly competitions. See who can keep the house tidy for the most days in a row, or who can complete the most cleaning tasks in a week. Small prizes can make this even more motivating. It's important that the system be based on encouragement, not judgment. The goal is to support each other, not create negative pressure. Celebrate victories together and support each other when either of you is struggling. Before we move on to the next tips, I want to tell you about something special I've prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transformed my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's move on to the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. The renewable energy strategy. The 9th strategy is to learn to work with your natural energy cycles instead of fighting them. Everyone has times of day when they feel most energized and others when they feel most tired. Identifying and using these patterns can make a huge difference in your motivation to clean. Observe yourself for an entire week and note what times of day you feel most energetic and alert. It could be first thing in the morning, mid-afternoon, or even at night. There's no right or wrong time. The important thing is to find your personal pattern. Once you've identified your energy peaks, reserve those times for the heaviest or most avoidable cleaning tasks. If you're a morning person, use the early hours of the day to clean. If you gain energy in the afternoon, save cleaning for after lunch. For low energy moments, always have a list of light, quick cleaning tasks. This could include putting away a few items, wiping down a surface, or organizing a small drawer. This way, you'll maintain the habit even when you're not feeling your best. Also, learn to recognize the signs that your energy is running low. When you notice yourself getting tired or unmotivated, stop for a few minutes. Drink water, eat something nutritious, or simply rest. Forcing yourself to continue when you're exhausted can create negative associations with cleaning. A powerful technique is to create rituals that renew your energy during the cleanse. This can include taking regular breaks, stretching, breathing fresh air, or even changing your clothes. Small moments of renewal can significantly extend your ability to maintain motivation. It's also important to consider your emotional energy, not just your physical energy. If you're going through a difficult time emotionally, be kind to yourself and adjust your expectations. It might not be the ideal time for a deep cleanse, but you can still do small things that will help you feel better. Tip 10. The gradual transformation method. The 10th and final strategy is to understand that motivation to clean develops gradually through small, consistent victories. Instead of trying to change everything at once, you'll build a system that strengthens over time. Start by choosing just one area of the house to focus on for an entire week. It could be the kitchen, the bedroom, or even just a desk. The important thing is that it's small enough that you can keep it clean without much effort. During this week, focus all your cleaning energy on this specific area. Every time it gets messy, immediately tidy it up again. This will train your brain to associate cleaning with success and satisfaction, because you always get the job done. Once you've successfully kept this first area clean for a full week, add a second area. You now have 2 areas to maintain, but since you've already developed the habit with the first, it'll be easier to expand. Continue this process gradually, adding a new area every week or 2. Within a few months, you'll have developed a complete home maintenance system without ever becoming overwhelmed or losing motivation. The secret is that each small victory builds confidence and momentum. When you see that you can keep your kitchen clean, you start to believe that you can keep other spaces clean too. This confidence becomes a powerful fuel for continued growth. During this process, celebrate each milestone achieved. When you complete a week of keeping one area clean, allow yourself to feel proud of that achievement. When you manage to keep 2 areas clean, recognize that you're making progress. These celebrations reinforce positive behaviors. Remember that there will be difficult days, and that's completely normal. The important thing is not to give up completely, but to get back to basics. If you can't maintain all areas, refocus on just one until you regain your rhythm. Gradual transformation allows for this flexibility. We've reached the end of this video, and I hope these 10 strategies have shown that it is possible to find the motivation to clean, even when you don't feel like it. Remember, the secret isn't in forcing yourself to feel the urge, but in creating systems that work even when motivation isn't there. The most important strategies I shared were the 2-minute rule to break initial resistance, the use of music to hack your emotional state, and the gradual transformation system that builds confidence over time. When you combine these techniques, cleaning stops being a constant struggle and becomes a natural part of your routine. Now I want to challenge you. Choose just one of these strategies and start applying it today. Don't try to do them all at once, as this can overwhelm you. Start with the one that resonates most with you and practice it for a whole week. Then let me know how it goes in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the perfect time to do so. We have new videos every week with practical tips to simplify your home life. Turn on the bell so you don't miss anything, and if this video helped you, share it with someone who also needs these tips. Remember, you have more control over your motivation than you think. With the right strategies, anyone can develop a healthy and sustainable relationship with cleaning. Your organized home and the peace of mind that comes with it are within your reach.